Thanks for tuning in. After getting the van upgraded with new windows, walls, and storage, we were ready for the next adventure and to leave home for a week and give our eyes a break from the ordinary scenery. With weeks worth of planning a trip to Arkansas, we steered our van towards South Dakota because Arkansas's trip went right into the garbage, which worked out for the best because it was a shorter distance and a familiar place if any issues arise. Our first stop was Chamberlain, South Dakota. We had no camping reservations, so we just had to hope that the free camp spot we found would pan out, which was very nerve-wracking. But luck was on our side and delivered a beautiful spot with our newfound favorite hobby.
I think we found our new pastime activity. Frisbee rock golfing. Oh, that one went far. I didn't get it all the way.
Holy crap.
Underestimated its power. Bryce is entering Tokyo. For the gold! Wow! Oh, that one slapped it hard.
Bryce got really good at skipping whatever kind of clay rocks these were. After having some fun, we made our first supper in the van and then settled down for the night. The next day was really refreshing to wake up to seeing the beautiful lake out our door. Once we got ready, we hit the road. And on our way, we got sucked into the 1880s roadside attraction. With all my trips to South Dakota, we just watched it go by. But this time, we decided to stop. The best part about it was they allowed dogs. So Kane got to experience his first ever museum. I do have to say, we were both impressed and found all the old buildings to be really cool. With the quick stop done, we made our way back onto the road and took a detour through the Badlands. It is always a beautiful addition to the drive, and let's be honest, nice to break up the sights of cows and empty fields. Also, the van looked super epic against the contrasted white clay terrain. However, we did notice the wind picking up and the skies getting darker, so we decided to keep moving forward. We found out fast we were headed right into a not-so-friendly storm. My driving skills were tested, and I found out that a high roof van does not drive the same as a low-profile Honda Civic in gale force winds.
White knuckles. White knuckles.
But we made it through the first storm safely. We were able to make it to a gas station just before the next wave hit, because apparently the winds wanted to get stronger and the rain wanted to pour heavier.
It's so bad!
Can you hear this?
The sound deadening really improves the sound quality.
As it dents shit out of our new van.
Once the storm let up, we were able to make it to our final destination, and we were starving Marvins, so I got straight to cooking. I feel like I'm making a very ambitious meal, and it's called Throw Everything in That Pot. But it's healthy, I think it's healthy. Are you hungry, Kane? And Bryce got straight into helping our tent neighbors.
Kane is watching Dad.
Help these people start a fire! He did it! Started a fire!
Kane, be so proud of your dad.
Kane, on the other hand, was not as impressed by his dad. We decided to camp in one spot for the whole week we were in South Dakota because we were scared of trying to do the grind of relocating every night and finding dispersed camping. But it was nice to come back to somewhere familiar every night. Plus, the campground that we chose was beautiful and spoiled us with warm showers and flush toilets. There was one downfall, and that was trying to find reception. So we had to drive to town for Bryce to work. But we found a nice park in Hill City, which had access to the Mickelson Trail. We also got to spend a lot of time in our van due to a lot of cold, rainy days, but it helped us prioritize the next things we needed to upgrade in our van, like a ceiling, so the van can be insulated more. However, Kane loved it because he got to sleep with us again, and when I say again, all week. Even though most of the trip was pretty chilly for Kane, he really loved getting to spend time with his mom and dad, but mostly getting to be outside. One of the things that we thought we did well was packing our fridge with meals for each day. It was even better having multiple options on how to cook them. Bryce also got several nights of making great fires, which allowed us to be warm while getting to enjoy watching the moon rise over the hills and trees. Not every day was super cold because we did get one warm day, so we took full advantage of it and went to Sullivan Lake and hiked Black Elder's Peak. To be warned, there is an obstacle to get through before entering the park. I'm super glad we fit, because this has always been one of my favorite hikes to do when in the area. Also, every step of the way is a stunning sight to see. Kane also loves this hike, and he crushed it. Afterwards, we took the opportunity to have lunch by the lake to replenish ourselves. When we finished, we had the grand idea to drive the Needles Highway, which if you don't know, there are more tight tunnels along the scenic drive. However, despite the signs telling us we should definitely not fit and taking a good long look at the actual tunnels, we took the chance and surprisingly fit the clearance, which was awesome because we got to enjoy the gorgeous scenery. Another rainy day came, and so we decided to check out Mammoth Site in Hot Springs, which is another place I've seen as a kid. But seeing it as an adult was way better to actually soak in the information and see all the cool fossils. After, we thought we'd check out Wind Cave. We had unfortunate news that all the tickets were sold out, but we didn't skip a beat on having fun, because I learned that at 29 you can still become a junior park ranger. I have never felt more accomplished in my life. After acquiring our new title, we went on a little short hike around the visitor center. We do look forward to coming back here to be able to see the cave itself. Since we did a lot of tourist attractions, we decided to do some local hiking and biking. We found Deerfield Lake, which is a tad more remote to get to, but the van handled it like a champ. We were happy we made it because the lake was so serene and peaceful. And now we know of another cool place to camp next time. Later in the week, we used Trail Forks and found some biking around the area. Let's just say maybe we didn't have the acquired taste for the biking trail. Again, it was a beautiful area, but after trekking up what's called the Bone Up Trail and then being rained on, didn't set me up for a successful mood to ride the Black Diamond Trail called Bone Collector.
Oh. Good. Okay. Roll. No. Okay. You're. Oh. Good. Nice. Roll. Oh. You're like dead on though. This is how mountain biking was traditionally. There you go.
Okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Bryce became more on my page when Trail Forks was not as up to date and got us lost in the rain on top of a hill in the middle of nowhere. But all in all, it made for a very memorable time.
Yeah, she failed before I could even get the camera out.
Later, we decided to try our luck at the Hansen-Larsen bike trail, which was more of our pace. We even liked it so much, we came back the next day to ride again before we headed home. After having a successful day of biking, we made our way to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We again had no reservations, but with pure luck, there was a campsite available on Memorial Day weekend. We got the perfect spot and along with some interesting visitors. Luckily, our camp host was awesome and helped guide our new friends to a more grassy open field to graze. It was a perfect night that let us reflect on our first long trip in our new future home. Before heading back, we drove around the park to see all what the landscape had to offer. We were not disappointed about our detour. We then said goodbye to our reality of our trip and set our path back home. We were very lucky our first week-long trip went well, but the best thing that came from it was finding out what to work on next in our van. In the next episode, we will show you how we installed our swivel seats, ceiling, and our overhead storage shelf. Thanks for coming along on our adventure. We can't wait to take you on the next one. See you then.